Will this impact some of your patients' lives?
Positively, definitely in a good manner.
And in terms of how the drug prices impact the drugs that he's talking about are not things that are just optional for some people.
Correct. If you don't take your blood pressure medicines.
To ask you, what's the problem there? Because that seems like that would be a given.
So drug companies, they have about 20-year patents, but they're always making tweaks out of pocket.
Right.
How much is their medicine going to cost? So all these little changes together will really have a huge impact.
You're in fear of your life and you need to get to the safest place immediately. Why not stop at the safest place that you come to first?
We'll stop at Mexico. Most of them will not make it here. What happens next is what happens when they make it to the U.S. border, and I think that's so important.
And welcome back. Time enough for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Up first, the good. Business alert: Wall Street looking to finish off the week on a positive note after the market rebounds from a tough few days of losses. Connell, there's going to be another better phone out that you're going to buy.
Well, that was the thing. It used to be that the next thing that was in the phone, not footing the bill, doesn't make it as easy for you and me to go buy a new phone. And what we're realizing is that the product is good just the way it is.
Always better.
Right.
The online reaction.
That's right. So that brings us to a total of 72 for the year.
If there are, a certain number of cases that are increasing more in a certain area, because we don't know if we're getting the correct reports.
We don't know if we don't even know if we know of all the cases.
Right. So allergies, if one child has a peanut allergy, specifically we're going to talk about peanut allergies, they can't give that allergy to another child. But this life-threatening, the reactions that children, it's tripled in the past couple years.
Yes, it has. It used peanuts and other substances earlier on now, like 4 to 6 months under the care of a physician.
And jumping off of that, Halloween, kids will be out trick-or-treating. Yes,
that's right.
So you need to be aware of what's in your child's candy.
Please keep an eye on your kids during tonight.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
not quite yet, but fall is around the corner. And you know what that means? The fall movie season is upon us. And joining us now to break down some of the most anticipated films of the year is Senior VP of Marketing. Well, summer is coming to an end. Not quite yet, but fall is around the corner. And you know what that means? The fall movie season is upon us. And joining us now to break down some of the most anticipated films of the year is Senior VP of Marketing. Well, summer is coming to an end. Not quite yet, but fall is around the corner. And you know what that means? The fall movie season is upon us. And joining us now to break down some of the most anticipated films of the year is Senior VP of Marketing, Michael.
Of the time for CEO Sundar Pichai. He'll be front and center.
Since you mentioned their statement, let's bring that up for people at home. They say in terms of this location history that it is turned off by default and that you can edit, delete, or pause it.
Amazon Echo with Alexa. Just have a glance when you get a chance. Well, that's what's happening right now. The question is, are they changing?
Here, all right, thank you so much.
Heather, good to see you.
James, hardly ever here in New York City, so I've done that very thing.
And we're so used to now just Googling whatever we want, right? So Alice says, if you're looking for parking, here is a parking site. It's not $1.99 to watch this, so you're going to give the credit card.
President Trump throwing down the gauntlet as both parties harden their stances on building the border.
It's supposed to be
Then they accomplished that.
You're right.
Big surprise guest.
Last night, and they kept on, the shadow was covering everybody's eyes. Like, take your hat off. I want to see your beautiful face.
I think she looked great, though.
She did, yeah,
for sure. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Long night, long night,
very long. I'm tired.
Well, the time now is about 26 minutes after the top.
The conservative couture. All right, so this is the third year in a row that
suits makers too.
Yeah.
So finally, speaking of teenagers, Oregon, if you're there, possibly lowering the voting age to 16.
Yeah, that's right. A whole bunch of other states have tried the 16-year-old thing before. Of course, it's never passed.
Well, it'll be interesting. Let us know what you think about it.
I think it's an interesting topic.
Maybe go back to teaching some of that in schools, though. You would have to.
Absolutely. They have to be ready to vote.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much, Carly.
Thanks a lot, Heather.
More on this confrontation that has gone viral.
Meghan McCain get into the heart of the issue.
And here's why that's a problem, because the backbone of our healthcare system is, cost is huge. There's about a $30 to $33 trillion cost just to transition over to the Medicare for All system. So when you ask the taxpayers, and if you say, is it going to be like the Medicare I know? You say, no, it's going to be more like Medicaid. Then again, it's very unpopular when you hear all of those. I think it's to get attention. It's to get the youth vote. That's what the Democrats are trying for. But the prediction is that
Shimkus with the calls to apologize. Everything is sealed now.
Yeah.
So how will we get access to any of that information? Will we ever get access to any of that information? Lots of people asking that as well.
It's a real head scratcher, this one.
Yeah, drop
I'll tell
the charges and immediately seal the case. Everything is sealed now.
So the Cook County State's Attorney's Office says that this is not an exoneration. It wants the Justice Department to investigate why this all went down.
Yeah, but as we mentioned, everything is sealed now.
Yeah.
So how will we get access to any of that information? Will we ever get access to any of that information? Lots of people asking that as well.
It's a real head scratcher, this one.
Yeah, drop the charges and immediately seal the case.
With reaction, and there is plenty of it, Carly. And the key here is that the Cook County State's Attorney's Office says this is not an exoneration. The Justice Department down from this case, so it's her office, not her.
Well, the person that answers to her then took over.
Yeah.
Let's talk about more seniority than her are making up their own minds as to what to do, though.
That's a good point. Yeah, regardless of this video.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Here with lots of reaction online.
Yeah, big time, guys. So Kim Foxx says that Jussie Smollett didn't receive any.
Right. Well, so she says that she didn't give Jussie Smollett any special treatment, but
before she dropped all these charges against Jussie Smollett.
Right. So they say that there's a history of her
Right,
because she said that she stepped down from this case. So it's her office, not her.
Well, the person that answers to her then took over.
Yeah.
Let's talk about more seniority than her are making up their own minds as to what to do, though.
That's a good point.
On Auburn.
Yes, a huge one. A lot of people going for Auburn. So look, get this. Even the best bracket in America last night got busted. Yeah, that
Kentucky.
I
All
do.
right. See, I've got
I need
Kentucky.
Gonzaga, and I want them to win for you.
Yes,
But if
thank
the
you.
Tar Heels-
Line reaction really was something yesterday, the back and forth.
What a soundbite from Rahm Emanuel there. So Jussie Smollett's legal woes may not be over, though.
Costco is always great, and this dad flips 24/7 on Sirius XM 115 is here with the first round of the teams advancing to the Elite Eight. Exciting night.
Exciting night of college basketball, and I see you wearing a little Carolina
Of course,
blue.
I had to.
Getting ready for a big Friday night for the Tar Heels, hopefully for your sake.
Taking on Auburn.
Yes, a huge one. A lot of people going for Auburn. So look, get this. Even the best bracket in America last night got busted. Yeah, that
Kentucky.
I
All
do.
right. See, I've got
I need
Kentucky.
Gonzaga, and I want them to win for you.
Yes,
But if
thank
the
you.
Tar Heels-
Line reaction really was something yesterday, the back and forth.
What a soundbite from Rahm Emanuel there. So Jussie Smollett's legal woes may not be over, though.
Costco is always great, and this dad flipped out about it.
This is so cute. So this California dad is going viral for his enthusiastic reaction following his first trip to step down. But yeah,
I thought one of the other very interesting things in all of that was how Nadler.
She is somebody that
firecracker.
doesn't step down. But yeah,
standing right beside him, didn't even know who he was.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he was happy to meet Beto O'Rourke.
He could have said, "No, I'm here to see Robert."
Yeah, that's Zinga for coming from Heather.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, appreciate it.
15 is here with some of the reaction. It was
aware.
15 is here with some of the reaction. It was funny, but it's not funny at the same time.
Okay, so she later said that she knows that she was aware that banks are no longer involved. Back, you can come back with your ideas, and I'm sure they were thinking, I don't think that's going to be on our to-do list.
All right, well, but nice cover, or attempt to.
Yeah, so Ohio State defensive end Nick Bosa, he's expected to be a top draft pick in the upcoming draft.
We were just saying, if he was hoping that this would kind of just like fly under the radar, out talking about it probably brought more attention to it.
Probably right on that front, but he seems pretty vocal politically, and now it looks like he's going to maybe, kind of quiet down in his political perspective if he wants to be a football player.
Doing what he wants to do.
Yeah,
So that's good.
right. Good luck to him.
Yeah, thanks, Carly. Is here with the online outrage.
Wow. His legal woes just got up.
This is such an important film, especially in life. They stick with it.
Right.
Traffic.
And that's a bipartisan deal.
Let's figure that out.
Infrastructure of the country.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Let's talk about Starbucks. They're doing something. So we'll see what happens if they stick with it. Let's talk about this, though. All of the Democratic candidates. Okay. Thank you so much, Carly. Appreciate it. Well, the time now. I think this is such an important film, especially in light of things that are happening right now. You have to overcome.
They deliver these to you warm until 3 o'clock in the morning. But
Right. They're like soft.
yeah, so gooey. Janice, which one did you want? You want the peanut butter, right?
That one too?
That's the one.
Oh my gosh.
They deliver these to you warm until 3 o'clock in the morning. By the way.
They're like so
Yeah. So gooey. Janice, which one did you want? You want the peanut butter?
that one too?
That's the one.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is
Janice. They deliver these to you warm until 3 o'clock in the morning. By the way.
They're like so
Yeah. So gooey. Janice, which one did you want? You want the peanut butter?
that one too?
That's the one.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
This is
Janice has 5 cookies.
to die for.
You're sharing, right?
National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day is probably one of the best days on the calendar.
It is one of my
as good as it
favorites,
gets.
right?
Right up there with Christmas.
Yes.
They opened one of these 100 yards from my house, and it's been a game changer.
I used to live next to one too, and it made the entire block.
President Trump for that.
Hopefully he doesn't hire an attorney like him, because then who knows where the book deal money will go.
Exactly. You're right. You're right.
Not to criticize an actor
would
who
think.
has a political
But
opinion.
only if they share the opinion. That's the thing with
That's
the
the
left
ticket.
a lot of times. Thank you so much, Carly.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Guaranteed NFL Sundays this year and next. But
have to take in
Back to the crime itself, because it was a brutal murder.
right. This was a horrific offense to say.
Time is left, and does he still have time to do that?
Well, remember the time they had was 25 to life. So these people can be.
What I meant.
No, it's not too late for him to step in. But unfortunately, I see Como was a very liberal person, and he's going to let these people out.
Person charged with this crime, what happens to him?
Well, one of the people have shouldered it as a result.
Right. Well, hopefully Governor Cuomo is listening to all of this, because people are outraged. And as you said, so why in the world was he released early? How did this happen?
Well, we have to take in
Back to the crime itself, because it was a brutal murder.
right. This was a
10 years ago, in terms of the baby powder by Johnson & Johnson being dangerous.
Right. So, Heather, look, the talc, which is what talcum powder is based on, is found in the earth. Well, because if they suppress information.
Right. Just wait this long to be involved.
Because they wait to see, do we have evidence of harm?
Okay. We have a statement from Johnson & Johnson, which we need to show. They say we have been fully cooperating with the previously disclosed DOJ investigation and will continue to do so. Did parents stop using it? Also women
Right. So,
taking care of what the issue was.
I believe they have. At this point, the question.
In Louisiana.
At least
Come
we
on.
weren't in elevators. those
Exactly.
poor people that were.
That's true. So St. Louis is
Decided to do what they wanted.
good for you. Some people. Carly Shimkus has a reaction to the surprise guest of honor. Reaction. Good morning. Connection, though, because everybody's kind of. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yeah,
What a
so
night
you've
we
been
had
putting
last
those
night.
dials to work this week.
Sure have.
Yeah.
Huge divide here.
Then can you get the mainstream media to cover it?
That's part of the
question.
problem.
Yeah. All right. Well, here to weigh in is child and adolescent family therapist Darby Fox. Thank you very much for joining to hit on this morning. Greta Thunberg. What type of damage could this be doing to her? Because we know from her mother screaming and yelling and blocking traffic, things like this. You see Greta, just so visually upset.
And telling kids that you can miss school if you'll protest this. I wonder how many children actually connect with the climate change. And again, I think we do better if we're teaching them what they can do.
Yeah, so Joe Biden's campaign sent a letter to major news networks demanding they stop booking Rudy Giuliani. Who is he to tell a news network who they can and cannot book?
Well, we'll see if the news networks listen or not. Which ones do listen, if some do.
To be continued.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this. Let us know how you feel about it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Carly.
Thanks, Heather.
And Carly Shimkus with Fox News Headlines 24/7. Sirius XM 115 is here with the response. So what's going on with this?
All right, so The Verge obtained this leaked audio taken from one of Zuckerberg's week.